Night trains usually run, well, during the night, except for this one in the south of Vietnam. Welcome on board the special Beach Express, running just 3 times a week between Ho Chi Minh City and the beach towns of Phan Thiet and Minh. Despite the journey taking just under 5 hours, it features everything you'd expect from a proper night train, including sleeper cabins as well as a dining car. So join me in my private sleeper compartment as we dive into why this strange fake night train service even exists. We begin our journey from the main train station in Ho Chi Minh City, which still carries the city's old name, Saigon. And you might already have been fooled into thinking it's sunset time, but this supposed night train actually leaves at 6:30 in the morning. The station here in Saigon is not the largest in the world, but it has plenty of seating and a good selection of mini markets selling all sorts of snacks. Despite Ho Chi Minh City being the largest city in the entire country, in terms of train departures, the station here during normal schedule only gets 7 to 9 departures per day. And while literally every other train is a proper long distance overnight service, we will be catching the special SPT2 bound for Phan Thiet. The station also seems to feature a second level where there might have been some shops or something, but this was closed off. The station also has a VIP waiting area or sort of lounge. Access to this can be bought along with tickets for certain trains for 20,000 dong or about 70 euro cents. Right, the train is ready for boarding. In order to access the platform, you will often have to show your ticket. A copy of the PDF from the official website is usually enough. Right, let's go and find our train. Despite this being one of the most important stations in the country, access to the platform is still very old school, just walking along the tracks like this. And up here to the right, we have our service bound for Phan Thiet. The carriage at the rear is a luggage carriage used to transport goods. Next up is a generator carriage used to supply power and heating for the train. This also features the staff compartments, as they often live on the train for multiple days. Towards the front of the train, you will find the seated carriages as well as the dining car. Pulling our train today is this D19E locomotive, which hauls almost every passenger train in Vietnam. They were built by CRRC and are capable of 120 km per hour. Ours in particular is one of the older ones, featuring a more angular body than the newer batches. Right, time to go find our sleeper cabin. Right, after a bit of congestion in the corridor, we are now at my room, number 7. And indeed, this very much looks like a night train cabin. And at 06:30 on the dot, our train departs, bound for the beach. Our departure from the train station isn't exactly fast. But at least we're beating this skilled motorbike driver. But as our train is now accelerating out of the city, let's take a closer look at the route map for today's journey. This is train SP2, which generally only run on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It leaves following the line towards Hanoi, making 6 intermediate stops, before turning away to head onto the short branch line for Phan Thiet. This is a distance of 185 kilometers, scheduled to take 4 hours 35 minutes, giving the train an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. The first hour or so of our journey is just spent running through the built-up area around Saigon. As most of the railway line is at grade, we often have to cross big and busy roads at level crossings. We'll soon take a look at our compartment. But first, our train is being put into a siding. As pretty much the entirety of Vietnam's railway network is single track. We have to wait here in order for an inbound sleeper train from Hanoi to pass us. And shortly after that, we are back on the move. Right, so let's do a compartment tour. The compartment can only be locked from the inside using this lock. Above, you will find a power outlet as well as the light and volume controls. Above the corridor, there's a bit of space for luggage storage. There's no way to control the air conditioning, with this thing just blasting cold air. The compartment features 4 bunks. They all come with bedding, despite being only on this 4-hour hop during the day. It's of decent quality. There's also this fairly large table, as well as more power outlets. There's also a reading light by every bunk. And if you're bringing big luggage, you can fit some of this under the bed as well. Overall, this is great for a night train, but why is this carriage on this daytime service? We'll dive into that a bit later in the video, but now we're coming up on our first station stop. This is Thiet. It's a city located on the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh City and really important for the railway, being home to the largest railway carriage maintenance facility in the south of Vietnam. It's also not long after our stop in Thiet we cross over the Dong Nai River. And while it's not as important as the mighty Mekong, it's still an important river due to its proximity to Ho Chi Minh City. Next up, on the other side of the river, we make another station stop at Binh Hoa. From here on, we'll proceed into more rural Vietnam and we'll be non-stop for over an hour. And as I didn't have breakfast, thanks to the train's early departure time, let's go and check out the rest of the train and head to the dining car. One thing I found a bit interesting is that the power switch for the light, as well as the volume control for the announcements, seemingly can just be controlled by anyone walking down the carriage. Next to the ad to buy some beer, you'll find the tools for emergency. You know, in case the train needs any last minute fixing. The train also features a hot water dispenser. I know this is common in many trains in the former Soviet Union, but it didn't seem as popular here with the passengers as in Kazakhstan, for example. And now for the best part, a toilet review. To my surprise, this was actually in alright condition. There was even toilet paper left. The toilet itself was looking clean. And the sink even had some soap and working water. So, despite not being in the best condition, it was perfectly durable. Continuing down the train on the hunt for the dining car, I passed by the food trolleys. They were pushed through the entire train multiple times during the journey, offering you at-seat service. With the other trolley mostly offering snacks. The train carries 2 different types of seated carriages. In this one, all the seating is around a table. And up in this one, it's a mix of mostly airline-style seating with 2 tables. And finally, as we get towards the front of the train, we get to the dining car. Meals are prepared in the kitchen on board, with 6 options available for breakfast. I sat down and ordered with one of the 2 staff members and enjoyed the Christmas decorations in March. As the dining car by no means was busy, my beef noodles and Coke quickly arrived. I mean, it's not exactly Michelin star food, but for just under €2, I wasn't gonna complain. As the train wasn't busy today, on my way back I decided just to grab one of these reclining seats. They weren't exactly in the best shape, but do offer a great amount of recline. Right, so why do they basically offer a full night train consist on a short daytime route like this? And while I don't think there's a real official answer to this question, I think it just comes down to the fact that literally every other train from Saigon and south of Da Nang is a proper night train running overnight for at least about 8 hours. So instead of having a different consist, service protocols and so on, it's just easier to keep this mostly 3 times a week service similar to all the other trains. But if you have another theory or know why they run sleeper carriages on this service, I'd love to know in the comments. And before I tell you how much a bed cost on board this daytime nap train, let's enjoy some of the scenery. We are now on the approach to Binh Tuan, our last stop on the main line between Saigon and Hanoi. From here, we will take the short 9-kilometer long branch line down to the beach of Phan Thiet, while most other trains instead will take these tracks another 1,550 kilometers all the way up to Hanoi. And now we'll continue the last bit of the journey down towards the beach. They are generally a fixed price, but sometimes they run offers or discounts. They can easily be bought online using sites such as 12Go or directly with Vietnam Railways. A bed in a sleeper compartment will set you back around €11, while the seats start at around €8. Not bad for an almost 5-hour journey. And as we arrive in Phan Thiet on time, I'll ask you, what do you think of Vietnam Railways and this slightly strange service? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as I try to post a new one every Sunday. You can also follow me over on Blue Sky at intercitysimon.com. I usually post live from my travels over there, so it's a great place to get a sneak peek at what videos might be coming to the channel in the future. Thanks for watching.